will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a role like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader, Igazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I...
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. First play, going to throw it. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Pack the 60, pack the 60.
Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road. So now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Tackle made by Kaiser White. We know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Hurts to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott Good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 21. Hal throwing again after the pick six. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Press on lead. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
They go play action with Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards left on second down from the 9.
Trap 60, trap 60. Cut 19, cut 19. 18, rally, 18, rally.
Hurts. And it's caught. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because
he will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. And he's got Rome. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A gain of 14, first down Commanders. Hal throwing on first down here. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. On 1st down, Howell. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Howell. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the 1st half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7th. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look at...
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To try again after the sack. Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Howell. Thomas brings it in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to...
And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Powell's throw complete to Dotson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. First down, Howell to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to the...
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, 35-yard. Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. One last shot before the break. Howell. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Now back to throw. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll set up a throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll drop to throw. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Powell. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Howell. In trouble, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long. Here's Howell. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw again on second down.
Howell. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by David Long.
And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. They took advantage of the young man right there.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Touchdown!
Marquise Brown.
31 yards.
And the Eagles are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Powell
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by David Long.
And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going deep for Brown. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone, and he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Powell throwing on 1st down here. Out left to Dotson.
There he goes left side.
Touchdown Washington. Jahan Dotson.
64 yards.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
This time, the extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Give them 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
18 Cardinals.
On first down, Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Well,
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Eagles, they're setting themselves up as a major contender.